With the season fast approaching, John is preparing himself for what might be one long season. This episode starts now.
Is that not the most epic sit in a tree stand?
I'm pretty sure it's yes, it is.
Oh my God, he's giant. The shot looked good.
That's all I want every year right there. Look at this thing.
What do you think of that?
That is huge.
Bam!
Perfect. Came right in.
Going to show what we did today on set 2. This is just off of kind of a main trail, and we actually have kind of a sub trail. And what we think is happening is with the northwest winds, bucks are using this trail right here, and I think they're going to use it a lot during the rut, and they're going to be able to scent check all the does that are down here. This is all bedding down here in this ravine area here. So what we did today was we have this shooting lane here, which is actually part of a trail. We just kind of widened it all the way out. Right here, we have this pocket that we cut in, and it's going to give us about a 25 to 30 yard shot. You can see the trail that goes right underneath us. We've got one lane right here. Over here, we kind of have the rest of that trail that walks through. And we've got a big, huge lane pocket window right there. Yeah, we'll see come fall. Best laid plans, and none of it'll work, but we try hard. Mike recruited a few farmhands today. His 2 sons don't quite know what's in store for him yet. All right, so basically here's the map Hunter made up for us. Right now we are right here in this little clearing. Okay. So we're gonna drive down through these cedars, and this is where we've got our soybean food plot down here. Mm-hmm. So we'll park and start dropping off some gear. Now this is the area where we're gonna need you guys to start trimming. And there's a lot of trails that are in there, but they're getting really, really tall. So your dad and I are going to need to walk through there without leaving a bunch of scent deposits in there. Mm-hmm. So you guys are going to start here, you're going to weed eat up through here, it kind of wraps around, and it's going to go all the way to the top. Once you get to the top, you're going to cut all the way down here. I'm thinking the whole thing, it's probably going to take you guys like an hour. With the boys getting started, Mike and John started on setting a few tree stands. Yeah, rain, and lots of it.
John and I have gone over and over about the hard work and dedication that goes into getting your hunt ready for the fall. I don't know if you can hear right now how hard the rain's coming down, or the thunder that's in the background. I'm sure it's far away, so we're safe. I know you can see what we're under right now. We've got a couple umbrellas, even though we're soaked right now. We've got to keep the camera gear dry. We're going to wait this out for a little bit, and we're going to be right back at hanging stands. Raining anymore. We are soaked to the bone. There's not a dry place on me. I don't think there's a clean place on me. after today's work. We are down to that 60-day window. We were hoping to be ahead of schedule. We were hoping to have these sets already up. We actually have more sets to put up, but there's always that little work of minding the trails and getting in and out that has to be done.
The way this property lays is there's actually kind of two saddles that are shaped like the letter T, and so we've got the long part of the T, and this is kind of a short section that runs over, so we've got to get probably one more set over there on the short end, and then probably one down here on this longer piece. So we're going to go down and check out the soybean plot and take some pictures down there. It's coming in great. It's raining like crazy, so yeah, no dry summer. It makes it soggy for us, but I mean, it could be worse. I mean, we could be in the middle of a drought and
yeah,
our food plot's dead and we've got nothing, but
keep at it.
back at it a few days later, more tree stands and a little bit of food plot maintenance. After we did all of our soil samples out here at the Real World Wildlife soybean plot, everything was looking good and we got our soybeans in. Now that they've been in, for a month and a half, we're going to start going through with a little bit of fertilizer. We're going to use the Organics. It's actually a 2-4-3 with Organics. We're going to get this down. We've got one bag basically per acre. What we're going to do, we're going to throw just a little bit of nitrogen. Typically you don't need nitrogen with soybeans, but when you've got a high yield and a high producing soybean like we're using right now on this food plot, if we can encourage a little bit more top growth and things like that, and what we're hoping to do is to stay on top of them and to keep them from being able to eat everything up before we even get into our late season, because that's my whole thing with these. I want these for late season. We just got done hanging set number 4. This one we got real scientific on. If E equals MC squared, right? Then the rate of thermal breakdown in the woods, no, I don't know. I mean, so we're on top of a ridge. We've got a good southwest wind where we're at right now, and with the thermals going up, it should blow everything over, which is an area that is not as likely that deer movement's going to be from. But what this should do is it should put us in a nice place where when bucks travel this route here and they're scent checking the bedding area, which is down this way, they should be cycling through this way, and they can scent check that whole valley down there and that whole hillside. If that happens, the branch falling, then we're in the money. This is a good spot right here. Mike did an awesome job. He got up in the tree, and then I was able to stay on the ground and just do some cutting and stuff, and he was pointing out shooting lanes for his camera, for the bow and stuff like that. So I don't know which one's going to be my favorite stand yet. I mean, this is number 4, and all 4 of them have something. When you get that feeling, you hang a tree stand and you're like, man, this is just, I got a good feeling about this. Well, I have a good feeling about all 4 of them. They all offer something a little different. So if we play our cards right, I think we're going to push that luck side into our favor, and I think we can have a good season. Persistence. It's like the good and bad thing story of my life. But yeah, it's going to pay off. I think I swallowed a bug.
The Wicked Ultralight concept isn't a new one. There have been several removable head style pole saws built over the years for good reason. It makes sense to have a handsaw and pole saw in one package. The Ultralight is what it says, incredibly light, and yet has the control and ease to cut like a professional grade pole saw. Cutting with the Ultralight is nearly effortless, with the super stiff aluminum tube assembly and the sharpest, toughest, and best cutting blades in the world. What makes the Ultralight different is that it's strong enough to withstand hard use without having to worry about breaking a plastic saw. The patent-pending Ultralight connection is a fabricated steel tube that is powder-coated and wrapped with rubber heat shrink grip. Our connection area won't flex, break, or become loose during use. To remove the Ultralight's head to use as a handsaw, simply open the quick release lever, twist, and the head slides right off. Once removed, the ultralight transforms into an extreme cutting handsaw. The 11-inch curved arborist blade tears through trees, brush, and anything you can throw at it. It easily cuts through palm, softwoods, hardwoods, and even lumber and plywood. The Wicked Ultralight makes an excellent pull saw for hunters, homeowners, farmers and ranchers, arborists, and even professional landscape use. The Ultralights are available in two sizes, 10 and 14 feet. The 10-foot version compacts to 41 inches and weighs an incredible 2.5 pounds. The 14-foot model collapses to 46 inches and still only weighs 3.5 pounds. The Ultralights are designed to be lightweight, compact, and built to the strictest of quality standards right here in the USA. Wicked Tree Gear, the toughest saws on earth.